Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Jay Artigues, presented by your local Southern Quality Ford dealers, Champagne Beverage, and also Benny's Place right here in downtown Hammond. We're now going to turn our attention to our Lion Profile of the Week. And this week we're going to look at a familiar name around Southeastern Baseball, Cass Artigues, who's no longer a player for Southeastern, but now a volunteer assistant. Here's the story.
It's awesome. Actually, when we went down to Tulane, Jordan Hemel asked me if it was weird going back to places that I've played, and it's a little different. It's a different mindset, obviously, going into a game as a player as opposed to a coach. But it's something that I really enjoyed.
Cass Artigues really enjoys being back home, and yes, Southeastern is home to the former Lion. Cass roamed center field for the Lions from 2008 to 2011 and holds the record for most hits by a Lion. And this year, Cass finds himself coming to Alumni Field as a coach and not as a player, a routine he is still trying to get used to.
It is a different routine, obviously, when you're coaching. But it's one that over the last 2 weeks that I've really gotten myself into something that I'm comfortable with as how I approach the game as a coach. And it's something that it's a work in progress, because it is different. It's different, but it's something that I'm learning as we go.
These days, Cass finds himself as the volunteer assistant coach who mans the first base coaching box and is responsible for the look of the playing field. And after 4 years of wearing number 9 for the Lions, when Cass returned, senior Harry Slade had number 9, so head coach Jay Artigues took one for the team so Cass could be 9 again.
It was nice, and he'll tell everybody that I asked for it. I didn't. And that shows, the character on his part. He said, I'll let you have 9. I'll let Harry wear number 1. And Harry, I think Harry's been number 1 all his life, so it works out for Harry, and obviously for me too, as I get to wear my jersey. But it really wasn't a big of a deal to me, but I appreciate what Coach did.
Last year, Cass coached football and baseball at St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Hammond, and occasionally you'd see him at Alumni Field. And at certain games, you would see Cass's parents. You see the Artigues family loves its baseball, and last year with Cass not playing, things just didn't seem right. But now order has been restored.
They love coming out to the ballpark and cheering on the Lions more than anything in the world. And yeah, like you said, last year it was a little different for them. But this year, they kind of got back into it. They had an RV when I played, and they actually sold it after my senior year. They're kind of regretting that decision now, but they're going to make as many road trips as possible, obviously, and then all the home games, they'll be down there raising hell. So they really enjoyed it.
Being the all-time hits leader at Southeastern, Cass reached base 299 times, and with every base hit, he had a coach waiting for him when he reached first base. Now Cass is that coach that the younger Lions see when they make it to first.
It's fun. Because I think one thing that helps, and it was the same way with Riser when he started doing it, you're so fresh from playing that the mindset that those guys need to be in when they get to first, different things they need to look for, and stuff to remind them to do, and that makes it really easy, just playing in the system 2 years ago. So I think that's a big help for me, and they also benefit from it too, because when they get down there, I kind of get in the mindset of, okay, I'm a base runner now, and then I talk them through the process of me running the bases, and I think it's helped.
So for now, just 3 weeks into his first collegiate job as a baseball coach, Cass Artigues is having the time of his life. The work hours are long, but Cass wants to continue working on his dream of one day becoming a head baseball coach.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, I have a lot to learn, and it was one of the reasons that I took this position. And I've learned a ton under Coach Riser and then Latham. There's a lot of knowledge on this staff, and it's something that I'm very appreciative of, and I'm just really trying to soak in everything I can. And
Coach, you add Cass Artigues to your coaching staff this year, and I know you're very excited to have Cass on board. This is a guy who brings a lot of knowledge to your hitters, and I mean, he is the all-time hit king here at Southeastern.
Yeah, Cass is, he's at Southeastern. Everybody knows his name from a player now as a coach, and we talk about family. We talk about family out in the field and a Lion for life, because when you play here, you're always a part of Southeastern family. Cass epitomizes that. He's definitely a Lion for life.
All right, it's now time to take a look at our question of the week. And this week, our fan question of the week comes via Twitter, and it comes from Trevor Bergeron. And says, Coach Artigues, through the first 15 games of the year, how would you assess your club's performance against such a tough schedule?
That's a great question, Trevor. This year's schedule obviously is very challenging. So to pile up 10 wins in those 15 games is a testament to the guys we have. And you can see the first RPI that came out, we were ranked 8th in the country because of that, RPI-wise, because of our strength of schedule. You know, but obviously you want to be 15-0. But when you play a schedule like we play, coming away with 10 wins, being 10-5 at this point, it enables you to see some of your strengths and see some of the things you need to work on to improve. And I think our strengths have definitely been pitching. Bullpen's been very solid for us for the most part. Offensively is where I think we can see the most improvement. We got to get more consistent offensively. It's putting pressure on other teams.
I want to thank Trevor Bergeron for participating here in our coaches show. As through Twitter, you can follow Coach Jay Artigues right there at Jay Artigues. You can follow myself at Alan G. Waddell. It's now time to take a look at our tip of the week with Coach Jay Artigues.
Hi, welcome to this week's tip of the week. This week we're going to demonstrate how to catch a baseball in the sun. A lot of times you come out here, sun's really tough, really shining bright. It's important to learn how to catch a baseball in the sun. To help demonstrate that, we have sophomore outfielder Josh Watkins. You can see Josh getting his ready position, just like he's ready to catch a fly ball. As soon as the ball goes up, he's going to shield the sun, keeps his eyes on the ball, stays with it all the way down. Do it one more time. Ball goes up, shields the sun, catches the baseball. As you can see, Josh did a great job of angling his body so he's not looking directly in the sun, but away from the sun while keeping the sun shielded with his glove. And that is this week's tip of the week.
Coach, we'll see Josh Watkins here showing us how to shield the sun. And this is something in college baseball. You play a lot on Saturdays and Sundays with a high sky. You got to be able to shield that sun.
Josh does a great job demonstrating the basic fundamentals of catching fly ball in the sun. And it's a practice that needs to be learned. You know, it's an art that a lot of guys don't practice enough, and ball gets caught in that sun. Sometimes it could be tricky.
All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our scouting report for this weekend right here on Inside Southeastern Baseball with head coach Jay Artigues, presented by your local Southern Quality Floor Dealers, Champagne Beverage, and also Benny's Place right here in downtown Hammond. Stay with us.